My new project, trying to get this 1987 Honda Elite Deluxe 150cc scooter to start. A little backstory on the scooter. This was my first scooter out of high school. It only had 3,700 miles. I rode it for a few years when I had it. Sold it to my friend. He stopped riding it and it was parked in the garage for about a few years. I told my brother to go pick it up and he can have the scooter. After he picked it up, he only rode it for a few more miles. And then the scooter was parked for about 10 years. It still had the original tires. It didn't look dry rotted. It was very stiff for a 34-year-old tire. Removing the seat and the engine cover, there's top and bottom bolt on each side. After my brother stopped riding the scooter, it was parked for about 15 years. So he decided to give the scooter to my friend. I'm not a mechanic. I like to tinker and try to fix engines. My friend, he's a bus mechanic and also a tank mechanic. And we're going to try to get this old scooter to start. After removing the engine cover, we'll remove the hose connected to the carburetor. I had brought a replacement carburetor, but it looks like this carburetor still looks pretty good. It's just a little bit dry, and maybe the carburetor valves are stuck up. So we'll try to spray some cleaner to clean it up. First we'll use this carburetor cleaner. We'll probably need to use a lot of cleaner since the scooter was sitting for a long time. We tried to start it, it wouldn't start. So now we're going to use a little bit of starter fluid while starting the engine. Hopefully it'll loosen some parts inside, clear up the valve. It's still not turning on. We'll try to spray some more cleaners into the system. Hopefully we can get it started without replacing that carburetor. It seems like it wants to start. I believe the gas in the gas tank, it should be very old, about 15 years old. We didn't try to drain it. Okay, I guess that starter fluid works. It started. It's a Honda engine. Wow, it's built to last forever. Since we got the engine cover open and the side panel, we'll switch out this spark plug. That spark plug should be very old, about 34 years. And also replace the air filter. The old filter was very dirty, so the new one should help getting air into the carburetor. It was very easy to change the spark plug. Just remove the air filter box. There's about 3 screws holding it together. And now it's time to tighten up the new spark plug. Very easy and simple to do. And it wasn't too difficult to take the side panel off. It was only a few screws holding it together. And placing the spark plug wire back onto the spark plug.
Okay, new filter.
And installing the new filter.
Okay.
Very easy and simple to do.
Yep.
And now I'll put back the cover.
All 3.
And now I'll put back the 3 screws holding the filter cover. And now we're going to spray some more cleaner into the carburetor. Hopefully we can get it started and running. At this point, we sprayed a lot of cleaner into the carburetor. We're going to let it sit for a few more minutes to loosen up more parts inside. We sprayed a lot of cleaner into the carburetor. Loosened the carburetor a little bit. Let the excess fluid out. And the fluid been sitting inside the carburetor for about a half an hour. And now it's time to try to get it started again. Okay, it seemed like it started and it wanted to run. But I know the other problem is the gas. It should be very stale from 15 years sitting. But once we get it started, we'll try to burn out the old gas. We added premium gas. Alright, we got it started and running. Well, I guess it needed a little bit more cleaner inside. It took us a few more time trying to start and clean it again. Okay, I'm glad we got it started and running. Wow, Honda engines are awesome. As you can see, there's a black scooter in the background. I'm not sure what make and model of that scooter is. The scooter had a Chinese engine. A friend of mine purchased that scooter new, and it had engine work done to it before it had 2,000 miles. That new Chinese engine can't even compete with the old 34 years old Japanese engine. we forgot there was a choke button on the scooter. This time we engaged the choke. From a cold start, maybe it needed a little bit of choke to get the scooter going. And before we could ride the scooter on the street, it needed a motorcycle license plate and also insurance. Once we get it running, we'll just leave it running for maybe about a half an hour. And also before we can get a chance to ride it, we have to change the tires. The tire is probably not good in rain. And the brake pads also. Probably have to replace that. And we'll try to get a replacement on the plastic parts. It was so easy to work on the Honda scooter engine. And it wasn't too bad trying to get this engine to start for sitting in storage for about 15 years. There's some rust on the exhaust and the exhaust cover. I wish I would have kept it. I would have kept it in a good shape. I just didn't ride it anymore after getting a motorcycle. I remember I could hit 60 miles per hour, 100 kilometers per hour. Once it's ready for the road, I'll do another video. Thanks for watching.